in life we all start to ask questions. Questions like, does God really exist? Should I wear socks in my sandals? And of course, can I turn this old thing into a steam engine, or better, compressed air, which is the same principle, but I don't have a steam boiler, I have a compressor. Let's take this thing apart and see what we have. In this kind of motors, normally there's no ball bearings, there's no oil seals. This motor I modified a bit because I used it for the go-kart for my kids, but now the kids don't need it anymore. What you see here is a part of an old valve. What I see here could be maybe the base. I should take it apart if it wants to. Holy shit. Could be the base of my steam engine. With a bit of luck I can use this one as a flywheel, and here this could be the base. This could be the start of a perfectly useless project. Let's take this thing apart, let's take this thing apart, and we'll see what we've got. Ever since I was a young child, I always took things apart to look inside how it works. I suppose we all did. And even the first time I had a little girlfriend, the basic idea is to mount this crankshaft in here. To do that I have to make two pockets, drill and then cut it out, and then I have to rework the crankshaft because it doesn't fit in here, and then mount it on ball bearings. I have inside here, there's two beautiful little ball bearings I can use to put in here. That's gonna work. And then the flywheel comes here. That will do. My first plan was to reuse the original cylinder, but this is aluminium. I think it's an ugly part. It's light made, so I will have big problems to fit it up here. Second plan, I'm gonna find me a piece of round that I can fit inside here, and this one is gonna be the piston. So first of all I'm gonna take off this base, and then inside here I will bore it out. I will find a way. First I started grinding off this useless parts for me, but all this grinding dust is very black, it's very nasty. This is cast iron. So I bolted the thing on my shaper and I'm gonna cut it out with the machine. Let's have some shaper fun. To start I will feed by hand, see what happens, and if everything is good, maybe I will put on the automatic feed. For the moment, hand feed. I locked the clapper, so I have to be very careful the moment when I feed. I took the bearings out. I think that will do. They're not new, but there's no need. It's just a toy engine. There's nothing technically special on it. It doesn't have to turn during hours and hours. It's a just for fun project. If I put this flywheel over here, may not touch, so I have to lift it up a bit. That will be the good height. Take the shaft. Yeah, that's gonna work. I need 24 millimeter maximum. Between this side is machined. I put some tape around to protect it, and this side, so 24. Let's take a measurement. 27. So I need to take off 3 millimeters, and then of course 24 on the other side. So I have to cut this little gear. I'm gonna leave a little shoulder, the width of this inner ring, and then after we'll see to adjust, and the final cut will be at 15 millimeters. There used to be a sharp end on this tool bit, and I don't know if you can see, it's completely eaten by this casting. I suppose I'm gonna slow down because it's turning way too fast. Making gears is complicated, and I suppose when the gears are against the shoulder like this, it's even more complicated. So what I'm gonna do, this beautiful high precision work, I'm gonna kill it. Fits inside, a bit of play, that's good. It's centered, that's good too. I have to cut out some pockets to put the shaft in, but before I do that, first I want to make the cylinder. To make a cylinder, I thought maybe use a piece of pipe that I don't have, but I have this one. This is 70 millimeters cold roll, and if I put a piece in here, that will work. Before I do that, I have to turn out this internal diameter here. I thought maybe I can use this thread in here, but I do not have the right gears for my lathe to cut this thread. This is a 2 millimeter pitch. I cannot make 2 millimeter on my lathe. I need to mount my part on the lathe. Of course, I cannot put it in a tree jaw, so I'm gonna take it off, and I'm gonna make a back plate. In the scrap I found this flange. Maybe I can use that. Bolt it on here and then turn it off. And then I can make 4 holes and fit that part on this. That must be possible. dirty. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drill a hole in the center and then hold it in place with the center point and mark the 3 holes. There is a problem. My machine is too small. I need 20 millimeters more that way, but not possible. So I'm gonna make the center by hand. The fun trick in this project is that I have problem after problem, but that's okay, we will figure it out. I could not drill the hole because my drill press is too small for it. We'll find another solution. I have to I have to make this bolt pattern, 3 bolts, 120 degrees in a circle of 140 millimeters, 140. So I have this crappy dividers that will not work. That's paperwork. And then I have this one I made a while ago for another project. Let's hope it works. If not, I'm gonna make a new one. So now in theory, this little line should be exact on the same spot as the other one. It worked. My brand new backing plate is bolted to the spindle. I'm doing a bit handheld camera because otherwise it's too complicated. And it barely, how can I say just not even one finger over here. My second problem could be, see, I'm almost touching here. The cross slide is lots of overhang, lots of tools stick out, so probably I'm gonna have a problem of rigidity. Put a gear, will be better. It's hard to believe, but sometimes when I make things, they even work. This is the back plate of my lathe. I took it off the spindle nose. This side goes, of course, the chuck. Fits perfectly, no problem. When I put on my new back plate, It just needs a little motivation, it goes in, no problem. But there is a problem. This bolt pattern in this part is not correct. In this part, I suppose somebody made this years ago, a previous owner, because you see it's not original. It's well made, but not original. And this bolt pattern is not correct. You have to trust me on that one, because you cannot see, of course, on video. When I check here on the 3-jaw jug, you can see that the bolts are a little bit off. Now I don't want to weld it and bore it out again, because heat and parts don't mix. I don't want this heat to interfere. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to drill out these holes a little bit bigger so they will work. That's tight. What the shit. Maybe a bit of magic liquid. First quality, that's for sure. Have no idea what's happening. I'm gonna try to figure it out and I'll bring you back. The problem is fixed. It was just a bit dirt that was stuck in the thread of the spindle nose. So now all that's left to do, turn off a bit this face, clean it up, and then drill holes, and then I can fix my part. At some point in its life, this flange has been welded. I don't know why. And the problem is now there's some very hard spots in it. And my tool can't handle it. You can see that the tool died on here. So I'm gonna try with the angle grinder. Alright, that was really not funny to do, but I think it could work. The outside rim here finish is a bit crappy, but I don't need it for the project I'm gonna do. These two holes are the two outside I need, and normally that should work. Let's mount the workpiece on it and see if it works.